Here is why you should not use remote seduction. Maybe it isn't for you. Maybe you have second thoughts about about being more intrusive into somebody's skull, somebody's consciousness. So, it all boils down to this. If you use remote seduction, you do not have to have a perverted mindset. You do not have a distorted perception about reality. You are not a social recluse. You're somebody who tries to make a man with his life. And it makes total sense. Listen, there are some major side effects down the track when you use remote seduction that you'll personally experience. I won't cite them for today, but there are definitely some kind of adverse effects in the process, in the mix, when you get down to it. But if you're really passionate about remote seduction, you will succeed. You will inevitably have the ongoing success to proceed to another level, another frontier, another level of cognizance, another level of perception. Your perceptibility will boost, will skyrocket, definitely. But do you want to see that other person enslaved, begging on their knees, and essentially not being them? It's not them. They're under your spell. You erode their consciousness. You encountered their belief system. And it gets even further. The results you're experiencing with remote seduction programs have to be magnanimous. You essentially program your own mind in order to transmit your message to the other said person. And that's what gets the ball rolling. It's the so-called remote seduction programs, and all its derivatives. You really have to concentrate deep on the subject like you never did before and transmit your thoughts with them remotely. You don't have to physically meet them. It's all done remotely. You have full control in there. But what happens to the said person? You essentially create a zombie. This zombie will be your sort of clone. Your clone will be there. They will operate under your directives. And they will do anything you desire, and then some more. Once they are hooked to this process, it's a really powerful program. And I'm talking about remote charmer. Maybe this is the program you'd like to avoid, by all means necessary. Because it will hand you a silver platter by means of hypnosis, something exceptional, under your wing. The knowledge, the transmissible knowledge that's implanted deep in your skull, deep in your mind. And then it works wonders in there because it pushes the triggers that are necessary in order to direct your thoughts fully concentrated in order to invade in the consciousness of the said person. Your slave. You become the master and they become the slave. I have many ethical reservations about it. And one of these is, do you really want to see these kind of people in a permanent, hypnotic zombie state of mind? Do you really want to render them your slave? I don't know. Maybe they are worth it, some voices would say. And I will rumble with this. Who owns the keys to the kingdom? Somebody who has authoritative power in his own hands, and he uses remote influence to up the ante, to make something substantial about their lives, by circumventing common logic. Logic is out of the equation. You really have to believe that logic From here, right now, as of today, logic is beyond my means of grasp. But you really have to dig deep inside. More and more and more. And X-ray that said person. And make you feel like king. I feel for you, fellow. I feel for you, the kind of people who have this tremendous power under their own hands, under their unaccountably disposal. You really have to excavate from deep within those mighty characteristics you have and impose your will onto others. It can be done with hypnosis. Hypnosis is tremendously rewarding. I cannot count the miracles that I've seen on one hand. I cannot enumerate all these benefits I've gathered from this so-called remote influence, because I honed it down to a T. The manifesto had to be fulfilled, and I wanted to be part of it. I wanted to be part of something big, something enormous, something that escapes your fancy and make you feel superb about yourself and your psyche, because it's truly limitless. No one's there to stop you once you know to bypass the subconscious security of others. That's a given fact. And, on top of it, it's an enjoyable process. I dig it so much, and I have to admit myself, I do it on purpose, because I do have a big master plan in life. So I created this program called Remote Charmer. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole because it's so powerful. If you are a beginner, this program is not for you. If you never meditated, it will come up as too strong for you. If you concentrate deep on the words, on the said words, because that's when magic is starting to happen. Exactly. So, it's up to you to decide. Do you want to see that other person in a permanent, slavish style? No. Do you want them to feel totally disorganized, disoriented? Do you want them to feel they're like zombies? Are you up to this task? Ever thought about asking yourself if that is what you really want? That's the process you instigated. And don't be too proud of your technological error you induced, because some people out there will have quirks. They will have some psychological issues there that need to be addressed. And who are you? Why do you think you have this kind of power to make people follow your lead without consciously asking for it? Ask it pretty much straight if you really want to be deliverer of this humongous punch that's come from outer space and knocks them out on a whim. I don't know. It's your call after all. It's you to decide. It's you. Who do you want to idolize? Idolize somebody who have all these nuts and bolts and make you appear more heroic, more of you in there. Feel magnanimous in every sense of the word, and do the unspeakable. What's that? Infiltrate minds. I hope you enjoyed this very video. Be talking to you soon.